Hey Lawnies, it's Matt Dorm from Lawn Porn. Get your lawn on. I'm here at, I think it's Terminal 3 at the Perth Airport on my way home to Adelaide from an amazing little one-day weekend at Perth. Having a great old time at Perth, doing a promotion for Reese, and really happy to see that Reese are getting behind a promotion with the Water Corporation here in Western Australia, where you can get a rebate off of a smart controller. And yeah, fantastic. We're going to be chucking in a prize of a lawn porn pack for somebody there. So anyway, this video is about the week 1 of spring. So sorry I'm doing it from the airport at the Hudson's Coffee here at Terminal 3. And I'm enjoying this coffee, by the way. But a quick talk about the first week of spring in the spring calendar. If you haven't got onto the spring calendar yet, you can go to www.lawnporn.store and pick it up there. It's free. Just have to hand over an email, but we don't spam you or anything like that. We don't really get into email marketing. And also go on to www.lawnpornonline.com. We've got it on our main page there, and we've also got it in our programs and tips section. If you're getting into lawn porn, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and help this channel along. It all helps, and you'll keep up with the latest. But this week, on a separate day, I did a moist application. For me, I've got sandy soil, so I did 300 mils per 100 square metres, which coincidentally enough in Perth, it's very sandy, so moist you should be using around the higher applications. If you've got more of a clay soil or a sandy loam, 200 to down to 100 mil per 100 square metres is suffice. What moist will do, it'll get that water past the soil profile and get it into the root system, and it will also help keep it there as well and stop evaporation. So for me, I'm a week away from my renovation, so I want to get my soil in the tip-top condition. So that's why I'm putting down the moist now, because I'm going to be putting some water into it just before the reno to make the aerating easier. And my aerating is going to be very much assisted by the aerator that got sent to me by Real Solutions. That's REEL Solutions. Check them out. She's making her third batch now because she keeps selling out. And I've used it very quickly. Very good tool. Anyway, getting back to what we do this week. Between using the moist and fertilising, you can give it a mow. That's a good thing to do. And then I put down 100 mils of launch, 100 mils of root builder. Now that is at the higher strength of those two products, and if you do that, you might get a little bit of burn. Certainly, if your lawn is not used to the upper strengths of the applications, but that's okay if you get a little bit, which I probably don't think you will. But you know, if you do, don't panic, because you are renovating next week, and already my temperatures are starting to hit the 9, 10, 11 degrees at the lower temps. So that would mean that it's ready to go. Probably a little bit soon still. My lawn has only just started to grow, but if you're in a colder area, you might just want to wait a couple more weeks and say do it early October. But anyway, I thought I'd just give you a quick rundown. Sorry I didn't have time to do a full shoot vid and go through everything step by step, but this week in the program it was moist on one day and launch root builder on another day. And launch has got kelp in it as well, phosphorus and kelp to assist the root system in repair. Oh, love the advice. Might want to something. Oh, geez, I can't see that. I'm doing this live on my phone. It was a question about charger, so I will answer that very quickly. I didn't quite read it all, and I don't know how to get it back. So I'm just going to answer what I think was the question anyway. I didn't quite read it. Sorry. Look, charger should be out in a few weeks. If charger isn't quite out in time for when we start using it in our program, don't panic. You can substitute for launch, but obviously at the launch strength rather than the charger strength. But what charger is that it was something that I felt was missing within our program. we've got launch, which concentrates on root development, and you'll get your repair through your root development, so to speak. Green light is a nitrogen ion, and that will really darken the green of your lawn, but not force surge growth. So between launch, I'll just read this other question. Oh, that's great, Matthew. Great, fantastic. He's really enjoying products. He's been using them since March. Thank you very much for the comment. So launch will repair from roots up, and that's obviously a conditioning sort of thing. Green light doesn't produce a surge growth, but produces a dark thing. But there's times that you do want to quickly get the surge growth going and some leaf growth. So that's why we've brought in Charger to the range. It's got stuff in it to really make it grow quickly. Obviously, you're going to have to keep on top of it. Now, I've had a few questions about it. Do I just use Charger? And no, you probably wouldn't. Otherwise, you're just causing a lot of leaf growth and not really concentrating on your root system. So that, if you repeated use and abusive use, so to speak, will damage your plants. So you've got to understand that launch is the root repairer, and we also, we go on about the roots all the time. I'm sorry about that, but it's really important, especially buffalo owners. That's why we brought in root builder kelp, because that also is just the best way to grow your root system. There's nothing better on the market, and we've got the green light for that deep dark green. There's plenty of nitrogen ions around, but green light is probably the better one, simply because it doesn't cause the surge growth, and it's compared to some of the other nitrogen ions on the market, you actually need to use less of it, and it's just the preferred choice of nitrogen ion in the turf industry. So it's not a new product or anything like that. It's been around for years, but it's the best for the reason that 70% of the turf people select it. So that's why that is. But Charger is that thing in between of when we need a bit of leaf growth. It could be because of a bit of a damage, or it might be because you've got a bit of a party coming up and you've still got a few bare spots, etc. Or it's something that I just want a bit more condition and get a few more mows in. Well, that's when Charger comes along, and that's got iron in it for the deep greening as well. So it's something that really is like, I suppose that if I can akin it to a performance enhancing drug, that would be the Charger's the steroid of the whole lineup. It will really cause that surge growth and will give you a nice deep green as well. So I hope that answers the question about Charger. It was just to fill that gap in the range. And look, fertilization can be as easy as once every season, throwing down 4 seasons granular fertilizer. You can get up to a 16-week feed with that, or you can make it as complex as you want. And I remember when I first started, is your PGR going to be cheaper than others on the market? Yeah, it will be. It'll be in a smaller size. There's talk that we have, when you bring something out in a new package, you have to go through all the registration of it, and you have to pay for testing to test that new product in that size, so it doesn't leak, it doesn't have issues. So that is something that you have to go through. So a lot of people have asked the question for many, many years, myself included, and I'm starting to learn this a bit. When you bring out a new product, like a herbicide or something, you see it in a 10-litre drum or 5-litre drum, and you think, well, I only need 50 mils for my 100 square metres of lawn. Why can't I get that in a smaller packet? And realise that because of all the registrations and everything else that goes along with it, there's a process. And at the end of the day, a lot of people that make these sorts of things in that size, or can make it in that size, just think, well, it's not worth the costs of getting the product in that size and all the testing and everything, all the hoops they've got to jump through, compared to how much they're going to sell. And that's why a lot of people don't do it. And look, admittedly for us, that's probably the reason why we couldn't get some of the products out that we promised. We will have PGR hopefully out around October, November, which is, again, just that little bit late that it's going to start. There are other options. And look, the options of not getting it are not using it at all, should I say, is that you just mow that little bit more often, and you manage your thatch with a bit of grooming. If you've got other grass types, you're keeping on top of your mowing is your main thing. But when you get PGR, it changes your life. It really, really does. If you can't get it through us and you do want it, you can get to other plant growth regulators, but you're going to get a litre, and it's going to cost you, 130, 140 bucks or more, depending on the make and the brand. So we're hoping to have a smaller size out by the end of October. But if we don't quite make that, we won't be that far off of it. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that one. I'll hang around just a little bit for any more questions. I don't know if I'm seeing all the questions. I just see some that pop up. I don't know if I can flick to the side or something and see the questions. I've never used this app before. I don't know. What's this button do? It just mutes my microphone. Oh, what's this? That might be messages. All live messages are visible. So obviously there's only... top chat, live chat, all live messages. Ah, look at that. Now I can check it. I can see it all on my screen now. How about that? Tony Payne, where can I find the new products? You can find Instagreen at some of our retailers. I haven't quite got the information on that, and that didn't stay up on the screen, so that isn't really good fun. All right. Are we going to do a humic acid? Yes, we are. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through these. I know there's not that many questions there. Oh, now what have I done? Sorry, I don't know quite how to use this app properly, I'm afraid. Rather than make a bad video, and sorry, look, I am at the airport on my phone. I might just leave it at that. But we are making a humic acid in the future, combined with some other things, mate, so look out for that soon. All right. Is our PGR going to be cheaper? Yes. Some lawn porn love there. Been following the results of the program since March, and products, loving it. Thank you for that. All right, I think that's it. And no worries. Look, sorry about my inability to use this app properly. So I just thought I'd just do a quick video about the week 1 of the spring program and just keep that up to date. Sorry I'm doing it from the airport, but that's the way it is at the moment. And I'll have a video out later on this week supporting that Reese promotion, getting a rebate on your smart irrigation. And Sam Zazzolo is really going to love his Weathermatic setup there. Just fantastic. It doesn't even run on Wi-Fi. It runs off the cellular system. That's just crazy good. And he's got the Weather Master base station thing there as well. So if he has a rain event, it won't use his irrigation water. So he's going to really save water there. And it's all controllable via his mobile phone anywhere where there's a mobile signal in the world. So he'll be happy with that, especially on holidays. Look, I've got videos to do on bush ranger stuff outstanding that I haven't done yet. I haven't been able to use it because I haven't had a grass that's growing, so I will be doing that in future. We've got some other products that we're doing soon as well. We've also, look, I'll let something slip here. We're going to be doing a lawn porn shop in the future. It's an idea that I've had going for a while. Look, we do have our online store, but I'm actually talking about a physical shop. It's an idea that we've had going around in our head for a while. We do have a significant investor who wants to invest in it. and very much thanks to him for his support and look, his energy and his thought process into it. It's a lot of risk to take, obviously, but we're just going to go into it slowly and build from there. So the eventual thing is that we'll have a lawn pawn shop in every capital city, and the idea is to supply not only our products but products that we believe in that are perfect for the homeowner, and services that are perfect for the homeowner. Now, our shops will be a little bit different, and I'll just say that much about it. So look out for those. They're going to be... Matt, can't find a supplier of your product in the Nowra area, New South Wales. Okay, that's north of Sydney, is it? That's on the coast? Because I stayed there when I was a kid, I think. Look, I'll look it up, and once I've got an answer for you, I'll see what I can do. Just have a look at www.lawnpawn online in the stockers section. There might be one there that you might be able to find, but I'll suss out any ones in the Nowra area that I can do. Look, yeah, thank you very much for all the support, and it's amazing that we're even talking about thinking, of the idea of setting up shops around Australia to support our products, but also to support other products that we feel are fantastic for the industry. I think Australia is just really taken on board looking after gardens again, which is great. It's not just a Australia thing, it's a global thing, and we've been a big part of affecting that scene. I sort of used to play it down a bit, but look, I do understand the implications of what I've done and my contribution to improving the gardening scene. So we're going to be looking at definitely getting our product in New Zealand for this season, and US for the season next year. Look, we've got a pretty big deal if we can start making it in the US, a person that wants to take it on through stores right across America. So we're just got to get over the hurdle of making it and just supplying it to that supplier, and then they will just run with it. So it's also another thing that's going to take us a bit of time, but we will get there. Anyway, thank you for the support. I've yabbered on too much. I'm going to get into my coffee before it's too cold, because I've been talking for 18 minutes now. I want to get into this one. Let's do a plug. Hudson's coffee, but I think everything's in mirror reverse. I wish I knew how to fix that up on this, but anyway, look, have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Get your lawn on.